There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring.
Good morning and welcome to another wonderful and brand new episode of the Morning Star Breakfast Show. I am David Eric, reaching out to you from Starcross Television, your number one and your most favorite religious TV in the world. Good morning once again and welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show. I am not doing this alone. I have wonderful and exciting personalities. Today our segment will be wonderful. I thank God today I'm going to be having a partner. All along I've been handling the ladies alone. But today I have a very wonderful brother that will be here. We are going to tackle the lady. Today I just have a lady, so we are going to tackle the lady peacefully. not with any form of violence. Good morning to you, Brother Oku, and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Eric. Good morning to you. I love you. It's been a long time.
Say good morning to me.
Sorry, since we're not introduced, that's why. But then,
relax.
good morning.
Relax.
Good
We have
morning.
your back. Relax.
Beautiful girl.
Good
Best
morning.
presenter in the world. I always make sure I mention that. But yeah, it's my pleasure to be on set today. So good morning also. Thank you for that warm introduction, Brother Eric.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Oku. As I said earlier, I was supposed to be pampering Sister Ruth. She already started, but we thank the Father in mercy. So we have a very wonderful, beautiful, exceptional. I have just one rib today, and me and Brother Oku will be sharing this one rib today. So permit me as I welcome Sister Ruth. Good morning, Sister Ruth. How are you doing?
Morning, I'm fine. Good morning to you, and to you, our beloved viewer. Good morning to you. I hope you are doing great. Be positive, stay positive. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Wow.
So ensure you think positive so that you would only say positive things and be positive around the people.
All right, you're shining. Did you win any jackpots during the weekend?
Yeah.
Can you share?
Yes, I once again won God's heart. And that's more than a jackpot to me.
How did you know you won God's heart?
Because for the fact that I'm glowing and I'm shining, therefore means that he has my back, he loves me.
No, you were
And,
particular. You didn't
Yes.
talk about yourself. You said
Yes.
you won God's heart.
And now I'm telling you the reason why he allowed
So how
me
do
in
we-
his
So
heart
all
was
this
with-
while, where have the heart been?
It has always been with me.
You say you
But,
just
like,
noticed
it's
you won
like,
God's heart.
This is like rekindling,
Heart.
the heart, yes.
How do we verify this?
You don't have to. Okay, I am. And when you
You
look
are the
at me,
example.
I am the example of it. Just look at me and know that
All
yes.
right.
it's
So
been
anybody
verified.
that we see today that is shining, the person has won God's heart. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, God is with the person. God has rekindled the love.
This is a very diplomatic answer. Remember, we promised our audience that we're going to be making it real for them this
Yeah, I'm
2024.
keeping it real.
So let's make it real.
Come on, so relax. We're not keeping it real before, like.
No, we were keeping it real, but over time, this 2024, we said we're going to make it so real. We do all the reality check and make anything that we're doing is real. So that's why I'm asking Sister Ruth, hope is real, so that the rekindling and and those things. I don't want to.
So,
you
Brother
know,
Eric, will you
yes.
be doing any giveaway session today?
Today, I'm keeping it real. There's no
Because I can see
conversation.
keeping it real. There,
Oh,
like,
wow.
some
Your
cash showing
pockets.
off your pockets.
Oh, well, okay, you're the hotspot.
But it's serious. I can see that.
Yeah, we
I-
thank the Father. We thank the Father.
like a pocket filler,
Yeah, but money
Yes,
is being like
yes.
it's making up for the filler,
Yes.
and that's why I thought
it's
maybe
just a material. It's just a material. It's just
Okay.
a material. You never
Well,
can
but
tell.
it looks like money.
No, it's a material that looks like money. You never can tell. So
you know we
we're
have to
keeping
keep it real this year,
Yes.
just like you said.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm surprised how you are pushing back the material.
All right, thank you so much for that, Oko. Yes, today is going to be exciting. Today is going to be wonderful. Yesterday was the grand finale of the Elders Fellowship, and Elders Fellowship was a very wonderful celebration. Yes, we thank God for all the elders. We thank God for the young elders, the old elders, because everybody, you're an elder. So far as you have a responsibility, definitely you are an elder. Sister Ruth is an elder, even though she's not putting on a red cow. Understand? She's an elder.
I
even
think
though-
I'm hearing this term for the very first time, like young elder, like
Uh,
old elder.
We are all elders.
I can
because-
imagine elders in the meeting and somebody saw him like, "Shut up, you're a young elder."
No, you cannot be shut up if you are talking sense, if they know your
Yeah.
level of intelligence
yeah.
and reasoning. So
But
you will
for
not
you
be
to
shut, you will not be shushed.
No, but for you to be a young elder, like, what is the disadvantage? Because it certainly must be disadvantage
Okay,
for
look
them
at-
to be able to
look
spell
at
you
those,
out.
Look at those chiefs that they are there, the old ones. You just see a young boy will just come to some chiefs and collect the chieftaincy title. Because of what?
That's a
want
young
to,
elder.
because of money and other influence and other things he has been
Yes.
able to do for the community. So they accord him that respect and give him a chief, and he's part of the cabinet. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's
but
supposed to be an elder, not young elder. Because I kind of feel like, when we have younger ones in the house, there are some privileges that they don't have. Like, there are some discussions they cannot just, unless they have something extremely smart to say. There are some discussions they cannot just jump in and be friends with, like, be friendly with. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So, but when you, in cabinet of elders, and then we have some elders like Petro Duce, them, sorry for mentioning names. Then we now have some other elders.
Like David Eric.
So then you call them young elders.
Yes. I can imagine the scenario, because definitely if you want to speak, somebody might tell you,
shut up.
Elder,
Yes.
you are speaking rubbish. Keep
No,
quiet.
that like I said before, even if you are 10 years old and they know your capacity or your capability, they will not shush you.
Yeah.
They would allow you talk. That is, if you have been talking, so they know whenever you stand up, they know what you bring to the table. They will not shut you up. They will let you talk. And it is said that any child that washes his or her hand, then that child is free
Liable,
to eat with to eat with
them.
elders.
That's a
So
child
before,
elder.
yeah, so so before you see that child in the congregation of elders, like good elders, you should know that the child is good.
It's a
you
child elder. That's what
Yes.
fascinates me about you.
know. The child is good. That's it.
Sorry, I can just imagine like Petro Duce finish admonishing everybody, and then a smaller elder just be like, no, that's no, that cannot work.
Idea will not come on.
Yeah, but even though the child is, sitting or congregating with them, whenever the child stands up, the child must know that yes, he or she is an elder. But then you have senior
Inside the
elders.
elder,
Yes.
elder day.
Yes. So
Well,
you
it's
have
true,
to.
Sha.
Whenever you stand up, you have to follow due diligence. You have to give them due respect, so that they would also give it back. That means until you finish talking, they would keep quiet and they would accord some respect. Like if there is somebody, there is a Judah in the midst of the elders. Whenever he wants to attack the child, others will rise up for him or her. Like no, I've known this child. This child is not like this. Please don't speak to him like this. Or they do it in a better way.
Yeah, but it just feels weird for a child to be among elders.
But it can
honestly.
happen.
But
Haven't you seen
also-
in some families, that some children actually have a say?
Yes, why?
Yeah.
Yes,
Everybody should
and-
have a say in a family.
No, not in all the families. So
Because
in
of
some
their
families,
abilities and other
their
things.
abilities. You see, in some families, you see maybe the child is the fifth, not even the second or the third.
Sometimes the
But
last.
when they are having a meeting, everybody pays attention to the child because the child brings so much to the table, not financially.
Thomas Shelby.
What?
Do you know Thomas Shelby?
The child brings so much, like it brings like the child is very wise.
Yeah.
So whenever maybe the child will go back to his or her drawing board before coming out to the meeting. Maybe he or she already knows what they are going to discuss and has gone back to his or her drawing board to sketch out some things and then later bring to the general house. Such a child, you accord respect.
Definitely.
Whenever it is the child's turn, everybody will sit well.
To listen.
There's
Yeah,
something
listen.
Yeah, true. There's something Bro Eric also said here, that inside elders, there are elders. And truly, more like, for every elder, in fact, even if there was not a child, like, there will always be some elders that looks way more advanced than some other elders.
Because of
And
experience.
of experience and a lot of other things. And mostly, they are not always the same age. So, well, it may make sense to say young elder. But just, it feels weird to be mentioning young elders. But yeah.
All right.
It's correct.
Thank you so much. Thank you for our father has made this possible that the Elders Fellowship have been able to celebrate their week, and it was wonderful, entertaining, and the father blessed them with his wonderful advice and blessing. It was really, really awesome. All right, today is the Morning Star. It's a new week, and this week happens to be the first pre-service for the mega event. The mega event is here once again. How time flies. The father just announced the mega event, and now the mega event is coming so soon, and we're having the first pre-service 28th of this month. So Ruth, how prepared are you? Remember, you said you have been rekindled and you're shining, you're sparkling.
What's in the hat?
And you've got him with a golden hat, have you what?
Yes.
So how prepared are you for the mega event? This is the first pre-service that is coming, so how prepared are you for the
On
mega
a
event?
scale of,
Definitely, to be 1 to 100.
okay, I would say like 80%.
Wow.
Because God says, my disciple be ever ready. This is the kingdom of God. We are all Christians. So
Yeah.
at every given time, we just have to be ready. And knowing that it's a pre-service, it means you have to be ready with your spirit and soul has to be ready for it. Yeah, whenever you're going to the house of God, it is said that you should go back and make peace with your adversary, because you know as you're going, there is no how you go visit the house of God that you would go back empty-handed. So as you're going, you make peace with everybody, free your mind, demolish all those high structures of malice you kept with people, so you can the love of God and the blessings can come and dwell. So I think I am ready. I'm just waiting for that day to come, and I pray for Him to give me the ability to overcome every kind of temptation. Like, I'm a girl, some of us really can't like,
I want to hear this temptation.
Some of us, like, we get angry so easily. We get angry like
that's not what you're expecting.
Oh yeah, and what exactly were you expecting?
Are you in my mind?
Not like the
No, that's what I'm expecting. Like, it's a normal thing.
No, like,
women can be so full with temptation. That's what I mean. Like
no, not that. Most of us.
The nagging aspect now. That's what I mean.
Yeah, not all of us are nagging types, but then at the same time, not all of us, like, some of us get angry easily, and most of us don't shout, like, we don't
just break something.
We don't have that harsh
they just
type
send
of
down one television down the house.
No, it's not that. So I'm just praying that Father should give me the ability to overcome anything that wants to get me angry, or those things, whether, because temptations are bound everywhere, even inside the church like this. Somebody close to you can do something.
And Usher will drag you out that day.
Drag me. No, it has never happened, and it will never happen, because why?
That's the temptation that are banned everywhere now.
No, there are other temptations.
Okay, you need the bigger temptations.
I'm not saying God. No.
Right.
I don't need. I'm not God. He had already faced the bigger one. So why should I, as his princess, face? No.
Wow.
He has already. So I don't want to. I'm just praying that God should, do perfect His will. I don't want to get angry on that date. Pre-service. People really don't know what He has kept on that day. I just pray that the blessings should be, yes, it should go round, even those that will be there and those who will not be there, maybe in the hospital or at work or anywhere. The blessings should just go round.
What's going
I
through
am
your
ready.
mind? What's going through your mind? Because the way you're just staring at Sister Ruth. Sister Ruth is even, she's trying, she's holding us together. Understand? She's strong and she's holding us together. So what is going through your mind as you are looking at her?
Well, I would like to talk about how I feel. A lot of things actually was
Please
running
share.
through my
Please
mind.
share with us.
Speaking about the upcoming mega event, well, just like every other mega event in Brotherhood, I used to, since from when I was a child, like since from Eternal Redeeming Covenant, I don't know if that was all those old mega
Still
events.
I believe in
Still
God.
I Believe in God and all of that. I've always had this expectation of wonder, expectation of like adventure.
Miracle.
There's always, not miracle as per, like there's always something coming that you have not seen. Like when Abba Father, during Abba, nobody really knew the 24 elders was going to come, the sanctuary, the throne of sanctuary, and so many other things that happened. Salt of the earth, nobody really knew we were going to come out all with souls and all. So there's always this excitement every time I hear mega event. Like I always have this excitement of expectation. The Father is about to reveal something, like what's next, what's coming, and that's what I'm hoping to get also from this particular mega event, and also the crowd. Personally, I love seeing crowd, like I love seeing a lot of people, although like it makes me shield in most of the time, like if I see a lot of
exactly
crowd.
Sometimes I get really scared when I see a lot of people, but at the same time you cannot help it, you're walking, so you just have to kill that whatever it is that is making
That fear.
it's not like fear.
As a princess.
As a princess, she's only supposed to be guarded by a few people, not like the whole crowd coming to that place.
But at the same time, I'm happy, when I see them.
Yeah.
I feel very excited, I feel that yes, they believe in God, and that's why they have all come down to Nigeria, Cross River State, Calabar, to get their blessings. I am
Technically,
excited.
we have known that most of those crowd are not physically, in the extent that most of them are not real humans.
beings.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Actually, I'm not supposed to say that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Father-
It's not all. No,
The Father
it's
has
not
given
all.
us the ability for us to know that both the living and the dead has
Yes.
the ability and capability to attend the mega event.
Yeah,
But
you're
that's why
right.
he's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
he invites all and sundry. So that's why it's really, really. Sometimes we joke about this mega event of a thing.
Like,
Yeah.
for example, the divine numbering of the elect.
Just imagine.
A lot happened. A lot. A
Sure.
whole lot happened. Anyways, this is a live
This
TV.
is
At the
like
same
this,
time,
so-
at the same
and
time,
you
yes, I am just waiting.
Remember the rule. Remember the rule.
Keeping it real. Yes, I want to say what I wanted to say. That I'm just waiting for the revelation of another mystery. He has spoken well.
Yeah.
That in every of BCS mega events, Father is always revealing things. So I'm just waiting keenly to see the revelation in this year's this year's mega event. I can't wait. My
Over to you.
spirit, my soul is ready, dear Father.
Yeah, I believe that the events we undergo is something that has already happened.
Something
That
we
is,
experienced.
yes, that the Father is just coming to reveal to us, His children, that we are lucky and fortunate and opportune. This is like a privilege. It's a rare privilege because by virtue, most of us might not even supposed to even come near, as in near this vicinity, but by grace, by mercy and privilege,
Because we are not fit.
Yes, we're not fit, because if you look at it technically, these events that are meant for sense.
Yeah.
But look at us here, woeful sinner, like we see it on a
we're
daily
not even
basis.
worthy in any
Yes, we can even say, Father might even declare that, okay, this week should be a week of purification. You can imagine somebody may be undergoing a 6 to 6 fasting and still sin during that period. How then are you worthy to attend that event? But you see, by the grace of the Father, He will just overlook, because if He releases...
That is why they used to, in Sabbath, they taught us back then, if you know your hand is going to make you sin, it is in the Bible, cut it off. Cut it off. If you know your eyes, pluck it out. If you know your phone, please do away with your phone.
Yeah.
So in the period of purification, that is maybe fasting,
Yeah.
6 to 12, 6 to 6, or 1 day
A
dry,
dry.
a day dry. Your phone is going to make you sin. Maybe you are going to engage in some conversation you're not
Yes.
supposed to, or some calls, or sometimes you just bump into, if you're on social media and bump. They say temptations are bound everywhere. So your phone, your mobile phone is going to cause you to sin, or your eyes would be the one to engage you in the sin. Please avoid your phone. Do away with your phone, even if it's for a day. You're not going to die. Nothing is going to happen to you. And if visiting people would cause you to sin, why not stay in the house? All those things that would make you. I'm saying this because the mega event is fast approaching,
Yes.
and you never can tell. I don't know. Maybe Father is going to
Barely 2 months from now.
barely 2
Barely
months.
2 months
Yes,
from now, yeah.
maybe we would have periods of purification, and that would
Yes.
have to do with fasting. So I'm telling you now. Before this time, you have to purify yourself, so that you'll be able to, your body will be able to embrace the the blessing that is coming with it. Please endeavor to do away with anything that would cause you to sin. If it's your eye, please, maybe you should just have to close your eyes. Close your eyes. If it's where you are staying, please, you can leave. Actually, the hall will even be open. Whenever Father pronounces fasting, the hall is kept open, and other Bethels. So you can go there and just let your spirit know peace. And so that when the greater spirit comes, the greater spirit would have a place to stay and not come and meet filthiness. It will depart.
All right, thank you so much.
Why are you
Our
laughing?
princess. Thank you so much, our princess. She has elaborated. She's speaking as an IT mother.
Oh.
She's speaking as a supposed to be wife. Broku, you've missed a lot on this set.
Wow.
Sister Peace said very soon, the rapper for marriage will be coming on.
I wish she was here.
I think I'll ask her this by the time we are on set.
Yeah, and Sister Ruth is also next in line. So,
Next.
Yes,
She's
now.
supposed to come first.
in short, the two of them will give them out.
You want to sell us out?
We'll give them out.
Before the
You're
mega
tired
event or
of
after
us.
the mega event.
Why are you asking? Seriously,
Wow.
you have to
That's a very wonderful question.
No, Eric, I don't like that.
It's
you know,
true.
we had okay. You were not here on Friday,
Okay.
so you know it was just a topic of discussion. So we all gave our like
Quarter.
yeah, we gave our like maybe
What you
10,000 pounds this thing ideas, and he's saying that the rapper we are getting ready to I don't understand.
Wait. Do you mean she didn't say rapper was getting ready to be shared? Or?
Eric, please answer.
But you're not there. She
Please,
said
let's
that
put their
rappers.
Please, let's
So, but Eric, brother Eric
Yes.
is saying
We're giving
we are
them
going
out.
to give you and
Sister
Sister
Peace
Peace.
you want to
out.
sell us out, like you're tired
So
of us.
we,
No, we're
is
not.
it before the mega event?
So that's we need a timeline. Is it before the mega event or after the mega event?
All right.
I feel so bad when I'm the only girl on set because I know you, the both of you will just be, you know.
What are you trying to say? We are future husbands are going to take care of women and families. What are you trying to say?
Okay.
Please, we'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, you join the Morning Star Breakfast Show. Stay tuned.
You are blessed beyond measures in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today being the grand finale and Thanksgiving service of the 2024 International Elders Fellowship Anniversary Celebration, it is an opportunity for me to pass on to you and Thanksgiving service of the 2024 International Elders Fellowship Anniversary Celebration. It is an opportunity for me to pass on to you my message of redemption and peace, whilst also re-emphasizing my mandate to you. The International Elders Fellowship was created by the Holy Father to be a community of those nurtured in the gospel and armed with a deep sense of reasoning and awareness of the things of God, as to guide and lead the flock in the divine principles, teachings, and practices of the new kingdom. My beloved elders, we have therefore been entrusted with the sacred duty of shepherding the flock of God in your various communities, states, nations, and in the world at large. As elders, you carry the weight of history on your shoulders and are thus tasked with shaping the future for generations to come, using the divine teachings and lifestyle of the Father. Your wisdom, experience, and compassion are valuable assets in a society that is in dire need of healing, understanding, and reconciliation unto God. Hence, I urge you to carry out your mandate of leadership and peacemaking with humility, integrity, and empathy. Remember that true leadership is not about wielding power or authority, but about serving others with selflessness and grace. I enjoin you to embrace the diversity of each brethren and strive to create an all-inclusive, equitable environment where every individual is valued and respected. In your pursuit of justice and righteousness, I desire that you do not succumb to or self-righteousness. Instead, approach your responsibilities with a spirit of meekness and understanding, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of your brethren. I urge you to bridge the divides that separate members and work tirelessly to promote peace, harmony, and cooperation across all boundaries. As elders of the kingdom of God, embrace the power of knowledge, innovation, and progress, but do not lose sight of the timeless virtues of love, faith, and hope. You possess the unique ability to weave the wisdom of the past with the aspiration of the children of the kingdom for the future, and on creating an unceasing resilience and inspiration that can withstand the test of time. As your father and maker, I am filled with joy to witness your commitment to leadership, wisdom, and service to humanity. I impart unto you my divine wisdom and knowledge, so that you may continue to be beacons of light and love amongst mankind. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I applaud the efforts of the recently appointed head of the fellowship, PCS Captain Donald Widow, as well as the support of his executive for striving to redefine and align the works of the Elders International Fellowship with my original mandate. The fellowship is blessed, and the record of the following achievements in the past year. I see your strides in evangelism, humanitarian works, and welfare. I have blessed and given you success in your proposals for the new year, which among others includes 1, sensitization of members of the Elders International Fellowship in all states with Brotherhood of the Cross and Star formation. 2, review of the Elders International Fellowship Handbook. 3, consecration stroke certification of the newly promoted elders by the Holy Father. I encourage the headship of the fellowship to keep up the good work and ensure that your prospects are practically pursued and that more activities are drawn up to further emphasize your noble roles as elders of God's new kingdom. Concerning your challenges, which include low turnout by elders in your fellowship meetings and activities, low numerical strength, and financial constraints, I urge you to believe that I, your God, have turned things around for you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I call on all those that have slackened in participating in the activities of the fellowship to rise up from whence they have fallen and take up their divine responsibilities. Beloved elders of the kingdom, In the spirit of your week anniversary celebration for this year, I have bestowed upon you my divine blessings and guidance, so that you may continue to evolve as symbols of light, knowledge, and wisdom of the Holy Spirit to my children as a whole. As you continue to lead with humility, integrity, and empathy, I bless you with the strength to persevere in the face of challenges. On this day, I decree that you shall find solace in the works of my kingdom. With my wisdom and knowledge in you, I have empowered you to effect positive change in the fold, wherever you are. I have blessed you with the wisdom to discern truth from falsehood, and the courage to stand firm in the face of injustice and oppression. Your words shall be filled with wisdom, and your actions shall be guided by a deep sense of moral clarity. I bless you with the resilience to navigate the complexities of the modern world while holding steadfast to the timeless values of selfless love and hope in the all-conquering power of the living God on earth. My beloved elders, I urge you to go forth with confidence and conviction, knowing that you are not alone in your endeavors. My spirit would always accompany you on your noble journey, and my divine light would always illuminate your path in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Today, all your sins and transgressions have been forgiven. You are now new creatures in me. No evil will befall you in your going out and coming in, as my wings of protection is over you. Your generations are blessed beyond measures. Rejoice, children of Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, for my blessings upon you on this day shall last you forever and ever. In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Let my enduring peace and blessings abide with you all and the entire world, now and forevermore. Thank you, Father. I say thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Oh.
Thank you, Father.
Welcome back, welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still watching the Morning Star Breakfast Show, and it has been wonderful. Thank you so much, our heavenly and most wonderful Father, for the blessings you showered upon the lives of your children in the Elders Fellowship. We believe immensely you have strengthened that fellowship, and definitely financial constraint will never be their problem. They will live up to expectations as elders in the kingdom of God. Once again, I'm still here with Brother Oku and our princess, Sister Ruth Obo, the authentic Ruth. Last week, we noticed that her name has been kept on the billboard, verified. Yes, so.
Wow.
Yes, I'm telling you, that's the latest. Sister Ruth now is now on the billboard.
Which billboard?
Authentic.
Authentic.
Authentic billboard.
Yes.
Where is it kept?
All right. You make your research and you get to see the billboard. All right. Today let's just have a very small reality check, but because today we have two another segment rather after this other segment, let's do another reality check. Last week we did a reality check on if it is right for a man who is less older than a woman to be under a woman for marriage and other things. And we had a very wonderful speaker, CA Igwe
Equine.
sorry, who gave us a very wonderful insight on that aspect. So today, I want us to talk about another different aspect of life. Yesterday, I was with my friends in. We were just sitting outside in the neighborhood, and we saw the rate at which young lads have taken it upon themselves to compete with the great ones. Let me use the ones that are advanced in wealth. And this has made the young ones not to respect the old ones, becoming the fact that the young ones are beginning to see where this money is coming from. And they believe that if they have this money and power, they can equate themselves with the old ones, irrespective of age or any other thing. So do you think that the way the old ones handle this money, you know that there are some people in life that when they have grown to a particular point in time, they do not want to help others for others not to be like them. And this has caused most young people to go out in search of power, money, and so on and so forth. So when they get this money, instead of them choosing to help, they want to also influence the society and make those other people they felt that could not help them feel that this is the money that you think I could not make, and thereby showing disrespect to the society and the old ones. So now I want us to talk about today, do you think that most of our old and elderly ones have misled the young ones, making them to be wayward in terms of going all out to make sure that they acquire money and wealth for them to be powerful and autonomous in society? I'd like to start with our mother.
I have so many titles on this set. Title of the mother, a princess, and authentic truth. An IT mother.
Yes.
Yes, I think everything is based on, okay, I'm coming back to the young lad, you know, but I don't think the elders are the ones making them feel like inferior, no. It's all, the name for it is greed.
Okay.
They haven't made them feel bad in any way or make them feel less of themselves. It's all greed. They watch videos and other things on the social media, so they all want to attain the same height, and they want to go all out and by any means to get this money. And most of them don't even get this monies in the right way, appropriately. You know, they dupe people. I think they call them Yahoo boys. They dupe people. They do a lot of things just to get this money. And so any money that comes in such a way or manner, you know, they spend it, you know, they on frivolities. You know, they don't have a budget. They don't spend on budgets. They just wake up and, you know, lavish their money, thereby making the upcoming generations to also think that this is how money should be spent. So you cannot see a boy doing all this and still have respect, because the boy would be like, the monies I thought the elders have, I also have the monies now. So they don't want to respect. They feel like all this respect was based on money. If I respect you, you would give me what I want. So whereas they have also felt this money, and maybe they have felt much more than their parents felt money, you know, so they think they cannot respect, so they go about doing a lot of things. And that is why they say the wages of sin is death. You know, you cannot be going about frauding people and getting all those courses. Anybody that loses a thing so dear to him or her, like maybe money, never can tell. Maybe the money was the last, and maybe the money was kept there for school fee or something, and you've gone to dupe the person. Maybe the person, heaven and earth, in heaven and on earth had only 50K, and you have duped the person everything. Whether the person says something or not, the cry, the tears alone, the lamentation is coming to you. And then some people can't really like bridle their tongue when they are angry. They rain a lot of things. They will call even the grass, everything on you. And imagine doing that. The child will now be wayward. A child that was very, very cool, calm, collected, a promising child will start behaving anyhow because curses are on that child. And the next thing, the child is no more. How did the child even go? Maybe he died in a very a very like a very bad weird manner, maybe just accidents, die on the road, or gunshot or something. They die anyhow. You know, the reason I'm saying this, because you all have people around you. Maybe you have children, you have friends who have ventured into all this. Please speak to them, because it might not end well. You cannot take from somebody who does not have and expect your life to be the same. No. If you're taking, it should be that the person is giving it to you wholeheartedly, and not you using dubious means, dubious characters, because all in the name of your computer literate to get the money. There are other ways you would pay, and you would not like it. You will still call on that same God who also washed you to another person. The same heart you had, like the strong heart you had to do this to a commoner, he would also, you know, maybe convert it to another thing, and you pay. So please, if you have people doing this, advise them to stop. There are many ways of getting money, and not step on people's toe and not cause them to cry. The elders have not done us any bad. For you know, they've not, because the money they had, if you want to look at it, the money they had in time past, like even now, all the stress they go through is for our own sake. You see your dad.
I think Roku will have a contrary opinion to that.
Yes. We are all entitled to our opinion. You see, all the stress they go through is for their children's sake. They don't sleep at night, they receive insults and the rest, just to get the money, just to get the bar to send you to school, to feed you, buy you clothes, and also all your personal needs. They try to see how they can get it done, even though not 100%, but they just see how they can make sure you are comfortable. They pass through all these things, so they don't do that just to be saving. Actually, do you make this money to save, or you make it to also meet your needs, your daily needs, and that of your children? If you bring a child to this world, you have to be the child's everything, until the child grows to a particular level and start fending for himself. And if God blesses him with more, him or her with more, the help now will come back to the house. So our parents have not really done us any bad. So I see no reason why, when a father blesses a child, the child will now bring the money and be doing like this. the elder. Yes, it's bad. It's a slap and a very, very big insult. You know, if you're going to punish that, sometimes you don't even have to say a word before the child faces it. You know, we are elders, so we know how these things works. You don't have to say a word. God is watching. Aside from you and the person that is, God is there watching. So karma would surely come back knocking. Yes.
All right. Okay, I know Bro Oku is waiting to unleash. I normally say he has a very long wealth of experience, because he's the biggest priest amongst us. He has ventured into ministerial works. Okay, Bro Oku, let's look at it from this other aspect. Now we can imagine an uncle who is well-to-do, and he knows very well that he's supposed to cater for maybe his brother's children, but he tries as much as possible to make them feel hell on earth. Then imagine the circumstances whereby breakthrough comes to his other family, one of the child. How do you think the response will look like? Don't you think that
Eric, you're just being controversial on this set with your questions.
No. Don't you think that the actions of maybe the uncle must have led to those other children going the other way and making sure that they must definitely put smile on the face of the family? Nowadays in Nigeria, nobody wants to know how the color of success come about. They don't want to know what is behind the scene. Everybody wants to see that the color is rainbow and wow, everything is wonderful and everything is good. So do you think that most of those uncles deliberately or deliberately puts pains and pressure in most of the young ones' hearts? Would you agree with me?
Well, yeah. Most of what you're saying is very true.
Have you experienced it?
Yes, I actually have a particular experience I would like to share. But first of all, I would like to say that nothing actually is nothing. Most of what our elders do, although I'm not for the elders or for the young ones. So, but then most of what our elders do, they just feel that it's nothing. Like, they're going about their business, they are being curated. But nothing that we do in life is nothing. Like, whether it's about us sitting here, this is nothing. Some people, hey, we just go out and just get fresh air. It's just to just walk on the beach. It's just nothing is just and nothing is nothing. And why do I say this? Is because everything we do on the planet have circumstances. Everything has results. If you choose to sleep from now until 20 years time, it's nothing. Like, you cannot come and say it's nothing. You've spent 20 years doing totally nothing, and that 20 years, some people have become very rich, some people have become governors, some people have become presidents, but you've spent yours sleeping. So you were not doing nothing actually. All of those, you just sleeping had lots of circumstances and lots of risk. And there are some other people out there that didn't sleep, take the risk to go to oil bunkering or whatever. It's also nothing. Some of them die in the process. Some of them become very wealthy. But in these circumstances, especially in raising children, I've had this experience, like multiple of it, you can relate, where a cool auntie, like a very nice auntie, comes to the house. Like, you know, in every family, there's always this cool relative. Like, there are others that are just nagging, but there's always this cool one that doesn't nag, just everybody likes her, like all the kids likes he or she or whatever. So there's this family where this cool auntie always eats a lot of chewing gum, like just like eating chewing gum, but she's nice to the kids and every other person. Then the parents are like, okay, yeah. But then in the course of time, I think she traveled or something, it wasn't up to like 2-3 weeks or a month, all of the children started eating chewing gum. Like, they can't do without chewing gum, and this is innate, not because she told them to
do it, because they were close to her. Yeah, they were always around her,
and they loved her. Now, you know, people do things they love.
Yes.
Like, most of the time we copy something, it's not because that thing is too fine or too perfect, it's just because we relate to it, like we like it, or we like the person doing it. Like when Wizkid came out, there is this cap he came with, that Starboy time. That December, everybody I knew, every young person was wearing that Starboy cap. Like every young person, and some kind of jean that has tights, like that's tight on the down. Some people drag it up, and that's not because that jean was very cool or that cap was that's why nobody's wearing it now. But because they loved Wizkid. Like, Wizkid was a cool person. Like, everybody just want to be cool like Wizkid. So this, whether we like it or not, influences us. Whatever child that grows up in a family and be like, my family doesn't have anything to do with me, you are just, I don't like using the word dumb so much, but I know, like, outside of the set, I like calling people dumb. It's not because you are dumb, like, it's fun. I don't know, I feel fun saying it. But then it affects us, like whether we agree like that it affects us or not, it does. So to a large extent, even in our government, I think we are in deep trouble, honestly, I must say. There's this one of the youngest ministers that just been indicted of stealing. The news is everywhere, that's why I could mention. I think she's a lady, Betta Idu or something. So now you notice almost all young people are like, yeah, let's give young people the chance. Let's give young people the chance. But then, just small chance that was given to a young person. Look at what she did. And you see the kind of money they are carrying. It's money that has to do with people's well-being. Not even money for sports. Not even, like, I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. So, like, it has eaten us deep that all of these people protesting, carrying white hats, if you give them a chance, they end up doing almost the exact, or worst, almost the exact same. Oh, let me take this for myself because this is my turn tomorrow. I don't know. But then you can't only blame them because some of the things they are doing is not because they want to do it. It's because it's been hardwired into them. Like, just like I said, they didn't know until that thought was in them. And also, in a larger scale, the environment also gives room. Like, if a child has everything, or if a child is being taught to be contented in what they have and innovate, you hardly see that child steal. They don't need to be super rich. But if a child is not being taught to be contented, no matter how rich they are, immediately the person is lacking a little thing, they will run to steal. But that is the most reason why we as elders, or sorry, I'm not an elder.
Oh.
Maybe I could be a young elder. I don't know. So, but elders or government or we as people, we should try as much as possible to make sure that we provide and also let the upcoming ones or let the youths or let us be contented in what we have and also be industrious. Like there's just so many gaps of things to do. If you check in most civilized countries, an average person in the US is a multi-millionaire in Nigeria, like a serious multi-millionaire. So an average salary in the US is like $3,000. Like a poor, okay, let's say a very poor person in the US that is working is earning $1,500 because that's their minimum wage. So I didn't want to average is like $5,000, and that's a lot of money. So $1,500 now in Nigeria is about 1.7 million. Now that person compounds that. It's a multi-millionaire if you're in Nigeria. So that person is able to feed, cater for themselves and do little things. And money is not really the number one thing when it comes to because they have food to eat. But in Nigeria, like an average person struggles to eat every single day. Like somebody that this person is working, has a job, but still struggle every single day. They look for food every single day. And sometimes, like that till they die. Like, all of us have this neighbor whereby they're not poor. We know they are trying. But then if you go...
Everyone is trying.
Yeah. You see, some of them have a car or just living in a rented apartment. But feeding is one of their major... They try to problem. Everything they do every day is, let's get food. So that we can eat tomorrow. What will we eat tomorrow? What will we... And a nation, personally, I think, a nation that survives on just... A nation that struggles to survive that much hardly progress in speed, because if you have not eaten, it's difficult for you to think about the future. It's difficult for you to dream big because, come on, you've not eaten since morning. So how will you send a rocket to space? That's not your problem. Your first problem is to eat. Then after you eat, what about your younger ones? Like, what about your children? What about your friends? Then what about people on the streets? All of us have experience walking on all of these are streets. When you just come out, there's always somebody out there hungry, looking for something. There's always somebody running after you, please, 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 please. And sometimes, multiple times, maybe you give today, tomorrow you come again, next tomorrow you come again. And not just because there's no food, there's nothing to even work hard on. You know, most time we tell people, work hard, work hard, work hard. But what happens when there is nothing to work hard on? So where should they go and work hard? You one they should run around. When you run around, how do you regain back that energy? So I think there's like so many gaps, and hopefully maybe God will save us, because the youths obviously are trying, and that is why I would not like to put all the blame on the youths. Like, they are
And
trying.
uncles, remember he was talking about aunties and uncles,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Who have, but they don't
Try to help.
They don't try to help the young ones.
Exactly. So there are also so many. Also, mostly when I like talking, I have this experience. I have uncles, you know.
That's why I asked you if you've experienced.
And no, I sometimes I take out my experience, so I don't speak in like sentiments. You get, when something is very close to you, it's always difficult for you to speak in clarity.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get, so I have most of these uncles that I've seen. Let me use that word that I have seen that they have, but then they refuse to give.
You think they actually refuse to give, or they have a lot of things to do with money?
That's why
you are
personally-
not aware
That's
of.
the main problem.
That's why personally, there's two types of these. I mostly don't like judging. That's why I didn't even want to jump on it. I mostly don't like judging
But
people.
we're keeping it real, so you
Yeah,
have
sure.
to
I
enter.
mostly don't like judging people's pockets. Like, it's not your right for somebody to help you. Like,
Yeah.
it's not your right. If anybody is helping you,
Should be winning.
yeah, they're helping you willingly because they have enough and they want to. So, but most of the time, I think a lot of young people take it as a right to get help. I've seen it a lot, like so much, that takes it, if this person doesn't help me, he's just a wicked. I say, why is that person wicked? That person has never given me, like, why should that person give you? That person doesn't even, like, that person has so much. their family, have a child, have this, have that. Just because that person is your boss or your uncle does not just mean you are entitled to get favor from that person. But then there's also this type of uncles whereby they may not have enough actually, but they have enough to eat. So food, like I said in the beginning, food is not supposed to be like a primary problem. So if you have a lot of food to eat and then you have somebody under your roof, like you said, somebody under your roof, whether it's your child or not, I think it's your responsibility to make sure that person, to some extent, have food to eat. Now, I've had this experience whereby I was really sick. I was really, really sick. So my dad, my mom, they were not around. So I went to one of my uncle's place to stay because that was what they told us. If anything happened, just run to the place. So I went there and, okay, I was coming back from school and I remembered my dad and mom was not around. So I was like, okay, let me go to my uncle's place because there's nothing at home, nobody to go out back home to meet. So I went and I was shivering. As I went there, they were actually preparing food. So they finished preparing the food and then they covered the food and they gave me one beans that
It's still beans.
yeah, a beans of some days. Yeah,
Still.
super stale. Like, but then you don't have any option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although not directly, it wasn't my uncle directly, but he was around. But not him directly. His wife that gave me the beans. So I ate the beans because what else is there to eat? But then when something was smelling when I came. Well, I don't want to be entitled, yeah. But then okay. So I slept and I woke up. Everybody has eaten. And okay, I woke up and I was seriously sick. So at this point, I wasn't really gunning for food, not food anymore. I was sick, so I needed like health attention.
Sure.
So I think my uncle got me like some drugs, like Panadol or something. So I took the med, and then at the point, okay, I noticed they had tea in the house, like for this provision. So I was like, please, I want to drink tea. They say, yeah. Like they were like, the lady actually. But my uncle was there, so I can't really blame her. And then I now am like, okay, I just need hot water. Like it was me asking for tea was as if I was asking for like
The whole world.
way too much. So you know when you feel that guilt, like, why am I coming here to ask for tea? Like, so I was like, I just need like hot something. Said, okay, don't worry, we'll get you hot something. So they went ahead and they boiled hot water and they gave it to me. Like that was the height of it.
You drank happily. That's what you requested for. You
No, I
actually
requested
changed-
for tea.
But you later changed your mind.
No, that was a diplomatic
You
request
could-
to
you
check
couldn't
and see.
Stand your ground.
No.
I couldn't stand my ground.
You
in
have seen
somebody's
the
house.
situation. The situation is so glaring. At that
I couldn't
point,
stand my ground in
Well,
somebody's
according
house.
to him, he said there was beverages in the house.
Yes,
So
that's why I
didn't you
requested
stand
for it.
your
Sister
ground?
Ruth, you are
How
in
will you stand your ground
Nigeria.
in somebody's house?
Sister Ruth, you are in Nigeria. You are not in another country. This is Nigeria.
So I got the hot water. That's why I think the hot water is why I still remember everything up to now. Like I was literally crying when I was drinking the hot water, and all of them were thinking I was sick. Like I don't know, I was actually sick, but they were thinking it's because of the sickness that I'm crying.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that particular scenario tormented me, like distorts me to a very high level because I could not comprehend. I feel very difficult when I don't know what somebody's thinking. Like I didn't know what was going through their mind. And the worst part is that there was food and I was given sad beans. There's beverages and I was given hot water. And this person, I've stayed with my dad, like I've witnessed it.
Yeah.
We fed this person, sent the person to school. Not me, my dad. And all of that. But then I ended up drinking hot water in your house. Like, so I was crying. All of these things was running through my mind. I could look at my uncle and like, we gave you tea.
And you're giving me hot water.
So I
But
was
you
just-
don't. It's very bad for you to expect something in return. Fine
No,
and well.
no, he was
your
not.
dad-
I was not the one that gave anything.
He was not
Yes, no, you
expecting
just said
anything.
it.
in
No,
return.
let me tell you something. You just said it here
Yeah.
that this is somebody that's lived with your dad, and we gave you tea. That means you are coming to give me
Hey,
hot
princess,
water.
stop.
Let me learn. So it is bad for you to expect something. I know you just went there because you are blood related. You know, you
Yeah.
never thought that such a thing would have, happened. But then sometimes the people you do things for, your close
And not the
person, like
people you get
yes,
the returns
you will
from.
not see. If you tell me that someone has not helped you greatly in life, you will be lying.
No,
Another person that
if
is
nobody
not-
helps you, you won't be
Sister
here.
Ruth, you're
Yes,
misunderstanding.
some-
See,
hold on.
family is
Eric,
no,
let me
Sister
learn.
Ruth,
I need to have a
you are
same
a
landing.
princess. Come
No,
on,
no,
come
I
on.
need to have a same landing.
Allow.
All right, princess,
Ah,
nah, don't
thank
worry.
you. Thank you. So in life, if you sit here to tell me that no one has helped you,
No,
you'll be
that's not the discussion.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. No, I know where I'm heading to. I know where I'm heading to. Someone has helped you in life. Somebody you are not blood related. Somebody
You've
don't
not given
know.
anything to.
Yes, you've
It's
not
a
given
lot.
anything. No, that is the same thing. Like your dad helped somebody, and now the help is coming back to you from someone you don't know. Meanwhile, the person you know is now doing anyhow. Because according to you, people did something. He stayed in your house. I don't know for how many years or months.
Yeah.
But then,
So in this context, we are discussing about the elders taking care of the young ones.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I was super small. Like I told you, I was coming back
Yes.
from school.
I
So
understand
this
you.
were you
is
up
a
to
child.
10? Were you up to 10 or 15?
I can't really remember.
Sister
I think I was
Ruth,
like 13,
Sister Ruth,
12.
the age is normal. At this point,
No, but
I can.
You know why
do-
I asked? Because if he was above that age,
Eh.
he would have had money to go out and buy some.
Really?
Yeah,
Would you
imagine
put
me
it
not
like
being
that?
able to go back home as I'm so small that I can't stay alone.
Yeah.
You get? That's why I was asked to go there. Then, this is a child we're talking about. Like, forget about all this wisdom. Like, now, we know, you shouldn't
Yes.
expect anything. Blah, 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 blah. But a child doesn't... First of all,
Do you know what it means for your father to have the confidence to tell you that when anything goes on,
go to this person.
to this place?
And then you go and drink all the-
Irrespective of the fact that your father must have gotten the ability to help maybe train his younger brother. These are stories that are often coming up.
No,
He
that's
must
why-
have
that's
trained
why-
his
that's
brother
why you have to-
without anything in return. You
Return,
understand?
yes.
He believes that this is his flesh and blood, and his flesh and blood will be able to protect his flesh and blood based on the way they all live. Understand? And as a young child, you might have heard stories. Maybe you did not get the stories directly from your father. Maybe your father might be talking with his wife, telling him that this is why I put this person so precious, and you're opportune to hear from afar. So you believe if you're going to your uncle's house, there are some uncles that you visit their house, as in they take you as a child, and they're like, what do you
Sometimes
want?
they will even treat you better than
Than
I'm
their
telling
child.
you, what do you want? Just go in and get to. I understood the scenario that Baroko was placing.
the reason he had to
because
shed
definitely,
tears.
if the wife could not really understand the relationship that Brother Oku shares with his uncle, definitely the uncle is supposed to step in and say, "What is your problem?" Let me use because we are on reality check.
In most
My-
cases, they don't know.
my-
Some men
my-
do not know because
my mother's
the woman
immediate-
is the one taking care of the house. Like
Yeah.
everything about food is
Now,
on
I
the
want to
woman.
give you an instance. My mother's immediate younger brother. So there was a time my mother sent me to go and stay with her brother because it was closer to school due to stress. Now, I woke up one morning, I wanted to eat, and the wife had to prepare eba to give to me to go to school on the Monday morning. My uncle got so furious. Do you understand? My uncle got so furious and say,
When in African homes, they buy, it's even normal.
do you understand? My
Yes.
uncle got so furious and he immediately went and got sliced bread and tea for
Tea.
me to eat that morning.
As a
That
French
is
boy.
that is how my uncle cherished me so much. You understand? He does not want to even hear that anything happens to me because he values his sister so much. So
And the relationship,
he-
yeah.
yes, he's sending the same love and the same care. There's sometimes that I want to even go and watch play. You say, what are you going to watch play? Go and sit down, my friend. I was like, wow. This
They're
is
spoiling
wonderful.
you.
This is not like spoiling. He's trying to show me that care and that love that you belong to this place. That understand that you belong. Like the person that you're even hoping to be your screen guard or to be your protector is even opening you for you to be destroyed. No.
I have this to say. I have
very
this to
bad.
say. If you have children, like bring them very close to yourself.
Yes.
You know why? Create that friendship in them because children don't lie. For example, if you went back to if you were free, I know you are a man. Men don't talk. Like even when they are growing, like child, they will forget about. But you see, if you have a baby girl,
Yeah.
They'll go and report to their dad.
yes. But if that friendship is not there with your younger ones, they will not tell you.
True.
So I'm saying this because you would have a child, and sometimes it's not every time you will be around. Maybe you don't have a nanny, you want that child to go
Yes.
stay. Establish that friendship so that the child will tell you all that you need to know.
Because funny enough, I didn't tell my dad.
Definitely.
As if I knew. As if I knew.
Definitely.
As if I knew.
And
But
then-
imagine that you were a girl. You would tell everybody in your
I
house.
don't
You
even
tell
know
your
what it means to be a girl.
okay. I'm telling you, you would have
Yeah, you would
tell
have
your
shared.
mom. You tell your dad. Your siblings.
And Sister Ruth, do you know what that can emanate? Imagine now going back to tell your parents that, okay, maybe your dad, that this is the experience I got from your brother, this, that. Definitely, you have awoken a very dangerous mindset in this person.
Yeah,
because
why would you do my
the person
child
will be
like
like,
that?
I sacrifice. See, we are humans. Let's leave those
No,
heavenly
your
virtues.
dad won't blame his brother.
blame
They
the
already
wife.
know the one that is in charge of food.
No,
But
no,
he
no,
will-
no.
But
See,
he will still scold
He'll
you
be
because
like-
he's his younger brother.
yes, this is, we share the bond together, and
It's
I
going to be
believe-
super annoying. I can imagine my
Yes.
child telling me, Daddy, I went to and they gave me salad beans and they what? Give my child salad beans.
You
Like
understand? Because you know the
it's going
bond
to be
that you
super
have
annoying.
with your
And
brother
then the
or your
fact that
siblings.
you didn't tell anyone. You know what you would have cost.
Yeah, they are most
But
experienced.
imagine, also imagine that you were a girl. You won't be able to shut up.
No,
Yes, you won't
but
be
there
able
are
to
some
keep
ladies.
quiet.
There's some ladies that
Well,
do
can
also.
still-
that
At that
also
age,
give. I think.
Remember,
so.
he said it was around 12, 13.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
won't keep it. You would tell
There are some children
because
that are
you
so
remember
secretive.
you cried.
I
So it
actually
was
cried
very
for a long
painful.
time.
Yeah,
Throughout
you will.
and funny enough, the other time I was just burning everywhere in my mouth. Like every taste of the hot water was as if I was drinking hell. Like something that you are bitter doing. Like
Yeah.
every day, hot water was too hot.
I can really imagine. I
Sad.
can relate that story because it is really, really sad. And this has prompted most people now. Most children who do not have the fear of God, they will just sit down at their convenience and be like, "This person is making me pass through this."
will
I have to
definitely
make it.
Make
And
another
pay back.
person.
And you know the way this life is very funny. Before you know the jewels which you had, you might lose all of them, and you might turn back to this same person which you threw away with the left hand, and life might depend on this same person. So, if the person does not have the fear of God, the reoccurrence might also be there again the second time, and this person may want to send the same hand of fellowship which you gave to him. God forbid it happens again. Before you know it, to start turning to a generational situation.
Course, yes,
So I
yes.
believe at a point in time, if you are a senior person, you have ability to help anybody, irrespective of whether it is favorable to you. Try as much as possible. Mostly if it is bloodline related, try as much as possible. Because so many uncles have given soured. I don't know,
Food.
not even the food, as in they have given a very bad heart or a wounded heart, created a very toxic mind in most young ones coming up. So it has made them do that they must be on the top. Okay, my uncle, you have money, right? I will make the money. You will see maybe your niece comes like this or your nephew comes like this with the kind of cars you do not have, comes with the kind of bodyguard and
start
security
saying,
in your hand.
when
And you
the child
say,
was
bring him out, lie him down. You say, okay, the main essence of you making the money now as a young lad, now you do not have the mindset of making the money for humanity, to help humanity, or your focus is for you to go and meet that your uncle
Payback time.
and bring him
show
back
him.
and show him that is what is going on currently now in the world. You want to prove to somebody. We're not really making money for us to take care of the family most times, one or two days, but we just have this mindset that there is somebody that has made us to have this pay. Yes, somebody has to make us
And
to be
sometimes they go
driven.
extra miles to have the money.
Yes.
Bad ways like Yahoo,
Yeah,
like I earlier mentioned.
Yes, and other vices, people giving out their lives, their mates, some of them will-
Selling their dignity and
oh, God.
their life actually. But I'm happy because we are running out of time. I'm
Yes.
happy that now you are testifying. You know the reason I'm using Oku to say now is testifying. Be nice to every child you see. It's not because they are children today. Tomorrow you never can tell.
Yes.
Because as you're building your mansion and you've seen another one laying, another person, maybe your neighbor, person who bought land close to you, just laying his own foundation, you never can tell if that person has in mind to build a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Because you have only built maybe a story or 2 stories, so you think you are the top. The other one, overtaking is allowed in life.
Definitely.
So when you see a child, please be nice to that child. Tomorrow you never can tell. You never know what God has written of that child. And if that child grows up, you will be so filled with guilt, to even approach the child. But I love some elders, they would come out, apologize, and they move on. So please, if you don't want to stay, and because it's somehow embarrassing to go and start apologizing, even the child, if
Will
the
feel
child
funny.
is already married, forget it, he's going to discuss with his wife, see, oh, this my uncle treated me like this, now that God has blessed me, he has come to apologize.
But
Anyway,
also, sorry, I just want to, for posterity's sake, this is my uncle, somebody I like so much up to today. And not just him, like every other uncle. But
Yeah.
that, like I said, I actually didn't understand
The scenario.
that
it's now
scenario.
you understand.
I still don't understand. Now, why I say I still don't understand is because this my uncle is a nice person. I don't know. Mostly, like, although I know he doesn't like. I know we are like ahead of time. I know he doesn't like giving out so much, but like generally, he's a nice person. He's somebody that if my dad was beating me, he would come to stop. So I used to like
rescued him.
I still like
I,
rescue.
I'm
And
telling
all
you,
my other
from
my
what you have
uncles.
told me now, or you've told us now, I know it's not from your uncle, the one who is taking care of the people. Yes, that's it, the one who's taking care. And I'm glad now you've grown up, and now you are the one. I'm sure you're giving. So if you didn't even have in mind to give, please give, so that another
No,
person
I
will
do.
not be
Like,
eating in
that
pain
my
and looking at
particular
you.
uncle, I don't think about this thing when I'm giving to his kids. He has kids now.
Yes.
And yeah, I tried my
And they
best.
don't eat in pain. Remember how you were sleeping in the hospital and crying? They don't eat in pain, right?
No, I send things to their
So
house.
dramatic.
I send things to their. And funny enough, the sister is late as a speak, so I don't know. Just thank the Father.
May her soul rest in peace.
All right. Wow. Today we have really enjoyed ourselves. I told you this year is for reality check. So if you're not watching Star Cross Television, you are missing out. Sister, do you have comments?
No, we don't.
All right. So if you're not watching Star Cross Television, you are missing out. We are doing reality check this period. So how prepared are you? Sunday is the first pre-service for the mega event. Sister already said, start purifying yourself, fortify yourself against all odds, so that the Father is going to bless you. We never can tell what Father is going to reveal this year, bro. We have said it. We are expecting something much. Every mega event that comes,
mystery.
yes, a mystery. Every mega event that comes has already been taken care of in heaven. So we are just
experience it.
just to experience it. Woeful sinners like us. When I mean woeful sinners like us, real woeful sinners like us. All right, we'll be going on a short break, and when we come back, we have another segment. So from my side, I'm still gonna be here. Sister Ruth, what do you have to say to your audience?
Stay positive and be blessed.
Brother Ku?
I will say bye for now.
All right, let's go on a short break, and we'll be right back.
BCS music.
Let your light shine out bright through the darkened wall, so that people be saved through the light in you. We present in Little Lumba, we must do the right. Don't let people blaspheme him because of you. Because we are ambassadors of Christ to know, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference.
We must prove to the world we are gospel bearers. We belong to line of tribe of Judah. We must must give helping hands to less privileged. We must preach this gospel to that dying world, because we are ambassadors of Olumba Obu, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference.
We must go to Macedonia and preach the word. We must go to Pakistan and stop the war. We must let Israel know He's in Africa. We must tell the Greece and Australia, because we are ambassadors of Olumba Obu. Yes, we are chosen to prove His excellence.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're still watching the Morning Star Breakfast Show, and currently now I'm moving to the next segment, which is the sports segment. I have with me my complete and enable and energetic team with me in the building. Sitting very close to me, I have Brother Elijah. Brother Elijah, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, thank you.
I believe as a very patriotic Nigeria, you are happy and ready for today's match.
Of course, we are very, very ready for the match.
All right, Ambassador is here with us in the building. Ambassador, technically, are you in support that Nigeria should qualify, or we should come back home and prepare ourselves, because we have not been sounding convincing since the beginning of this tournament?
Well, like you said, I am a patriotic Nigerian. So going by that, I am in support of Nigeria qualifying if they play well. Of course, like you said before we came back,
yes,
Nigerians, even if they lose, they are going to qualify as best losers.
Yes.
So automatically they have qualified. So I wish them all the best.
All right. We wish Nigeria all the best so that our brother Victor Osimhen can have a say when he goes back to Europe, because I want him to have a say as the likes of Mohamed Salah and Soleimani. All right, let's start with today's game. Today we have a very interesting and wonderful game. This is that period normally Nigeria normally use calculators. Ambassador, you said earlier that we'll be waiting for either one team to win for us to draw or to lose or something. But today we are in a favorable spot. But the host country are in a hot seat, a very hot seat. They are playing against Equatorial Guinea, who shocked Africans, and they went past Guinea-Bissau 4-2. Are you expecting a very tight and wonderful game from Ivory Coast versus Equatorial Guinea?
Of course, Ivory Coast will not want to, crash out of the tournament too early. Because, like you said, I think the team now that are, or the people that are calculating now should be Ivory Coast. They don't know the outcome or what the outcome will be like.
Because today's fixture is very, very dicey. We are playing at the same time.
Yeah, it's always like that during the third leg of every group stage matches. So they don't know the outcome of Nigeria versus Guinea-Bissau. If Nigeria is going to lose to Guinea-Bissau, and if Nigeria loses to Guinea-Bissau, it has given Guinea-Bissau an edge over them. Of course, the only thing that they can boast of will be the goal differences. Yes. Because Guinea-Bissau has conceded, I think, 4 goals. Yes. So they have to win, and I am very sure they are not going to settle for anything less than maybe a draw. Otherwise, they need to win to stay in the competition. So to me, I want Ivory Coast to win, because it's going to be so disheartening and so disappointing that they crash out of the tournament too early.
the investment will go in vain. But it is not bad.
It's football.
It's football. According to what you normally say, football, anything can happen.
Football,
so it will not be bad that the host country goes if they did not play well.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at Nigerian game. Guinea-Bissau, Nigeria. This is for test for power. I believe Nigeria wants to show their supremacy and dominance over Guinea-Bissau. But do you see the coach sticking back to the 5-man defense he played against the likes of Ivory Coast?
Well, I wouldn't think he would want to do that. I feel Nigeria, even the Nigerian team, maybe they have this belief that they are just going to go past Guinea-Bissau, you know. And I saw in a statement Victor Osimhen dropped on social media that he seriously warned his teammates not to underrate the Guinea-Bissau team. Of course, that is just the best thing to do.
Yes.
Because if you want to go into the game underrating your opponent, you will be punished. Yes. They will punish you in a way that you will so cry and you cannot be consoled. You know? So I believe Nigerian team will go in there and play their best. Of course, we are all Nigerians, so we want our country to fly. So we want them to win. So I'm going to wish them the best. Only if they play well, like Ambassador Victor have said. Of course, if you have to play well, the best side is always the winning side.
Yes.
But most times the best side don't win. If the luck is not on their side, they can play very well, and at the end of the day, anything can happen. Can score a goal. Any goal can come in, even through the hand. A goal can be scored, and the VAR cannot see it.
Yeah.
It will be counted, and you are out. So I feel Nigerians should go into the game and perform their very best. Of course, we have the best players, you know, around the world. If we want to look at it statistically, we are better than the Guinea-Bissau side. So I think we should just go in there and play confidently and win.
And also talking about the 5-man defense.
Yes.
I don't think, if you watch in the first half, Nigerians were playing more of defensive football. They were not going all out until when the coach substituted Zaidu for another player and, you know, redeployed Bassi to go to the left back. And we saw Bassi doing pretty well. So now that was when the attacking force of the Nigerian side came out. So I think the coach should, you know, think out of the box and, you know, let go of that defensive game, because there is one disadvantage in playing a defensive formation. You are bound to be under pressure, and we saw that pressure on Nigeria, on the Nigerian team in the first half. No, in the first half. It was in the second half that the Nigerian team had built their confidence and started coming all out. So I think the coach should not think about the defensive football. Let him play kind of massive attack and massive defense kind of football.
All right, we're hoping for the best from Nigeria. Nigeria is in Group A, and we're hoping that Nigeria comes out victorious in Group A. Let's move to the next group, Group B, where we have a very wonderful and exciting table. Cape Verde are topping this group with 6 points. Automatically, they have qualified. Egypt are with 2 points, Ghana 1 point, Mozambique 1 point. Ambassador, this is a very wonderful and exciting group. Mozambique are going to take on Ghana, while Cape Verde will take on Egypt. Do you feel Cape Verde will just go and rest and say there's no need getting the whole 9 points? What do you think about that game?
That is another very dicey game. You know, Egypt will want to play their hearts out, because it is very, very risky for them. Yeah. What if they pull out a draw and they have 3 points, and maybe Ghana points.
Ghana has a point.
So if Ghana wins, so Egypt might likely not qualify.
Yes.
So it's very risky. So I just think Egypt should just come out and play their best and try to secure a win, because Cape Verde have already qualified with 6 points. So they should just have Messi on Egypt and
rest players.
You are just talking about having Messi on Egypt. What if Cape Verde decides to punish Egypt?
Yes.
You know?
Of
what
course,
if they decide to come out and frustrate them? Of course, they know they already qualified. You know? So what if they just want to come out and see, let us make sure these guys go home. We may meet them again. No, see, we may meet them in the next round, and they may end up
hurting us.
So let us hurt them now, let them go home. And they come out all out and defend the ball to 90 minutes, and it's possible.
And you know another funny thing, if they lose and the other two teams draw, so it's going to be 9-2-2-2.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's going to qualify.
I think they will use goal difference.
I think Egypt don't have
this is really, really sad. If Ghana do not progress again this other round, this other African Nations Cup round, it will be very, very sad. That means they have not progressed in successful 2 African Cup of Nations. And they have been haunted by the same set of persons. Cape Verde. Yeah. This is really, really bad. It's really, really bad.
Talking about this Cape Verde,
I'm telling
you,
like,
who are they?
They are teams. So you can't say what. But it's very surprising because
seriously,
they are not a known football nation.
Yeah.
But they are topping a group where you have the likes of Ghana and Egypt. It's very, very surprising. you see why I used to say this is football. Yes. Anything can happen.
Who saw this? Nobody saw this coming. Even Ghana did not see this. Even Egypt did not see this.
Seriously.
Mohamed Salah is out of the squad for tomorrow's game. He has flown back to UK. Do you think it's all a plan, or he walked out during the game against Ghana versus Egypt? He had an injury, and we noticed as soon as he had the injury and left, Egypt were better, and they did not have to focus on Salah to give him the passes. They were on their own, like maybe I would say a sheep without no shepherd. They were on their own and they fought for themselves, and they came up with a draw against Ghana. So I'm asking, do you think that Mohamed Salah leaving the team is a plus or a minus for the team?
Yeah, sometimes, there is this level of confidence some players used to have when they are playing with a particular, player of a particular caliber. The Egyptian team, they believe that they should play the ball around, or they should build the team around Mohamed Salah. Yeah. So now that Salah has gone back to the UK, I think everybody is going to play individual and collective kind of football. They will make sure that the team wins without Salah and progresses without Salah. So I don't know if I should say it's a plus to the team, or if I should say it's a minus to the team. But like you said, they played very well against Ghana. And I think they are going to do better against Cape Verde later tomorrow. But, well, it's okay. Let's just see how it goes tomorrow.
Oh, all right. Let's look at the last game, Mozambique versus Ghana. Ghana has a very formidable attack, like of Mohamed Kudus, Iñaki Williams, and Ayew. This is one of the best forward in this tournament. And we've seen Kudus gotten 2 goals already in this tournament. But what do you think is really the problem of this Ghana team?
I read something this morning. Samuel Eto'o, he made a comment after the Cameroon lost to Senegal, and it was like he didn't see the team playing for their nation, giving that all out, like playing for their country, playing for their flag. Most of them are outside the shores of the country, so they don't really play for the passion of the nation. He did not see that team spirit, So I want to compare that to the Ghanaian side. I don't know. I think if you play football with the professionalism you have, and you come out and you play football, play for your flag, you play for your country, you give your very best, I think you end up getting something very, very nice. Ghana is a well-known team, a formidable team over the years. They have produced a lot of good players, And when you come up with teams like Mozambique and Cape Verde, we are always expecting that the Ghanaian side, the Egyptian side, they will play well, they will have edge over them. Of course, they will qualify easily, Looking at the group stage before the beginning of the competition, everybody will say Egypt and Ghana will qualify for the group, But now we are seeing a very different ball game here, This is the same Mozambique that Cape Verde scored 4 goals past them, and they are playing against Ghana. I believe Ghana should have this win. They should seize this opportunity and have this win so that they can have an edge to qualify for the next round. They have good players, a very good striker, Mohamed Kudus, who is very, very good in front of the goal. He knows what to do when he's in front of the goal. Of course, we see him in the Premier League. He scores good goals. And in their last game, he was able to step up and score 2 goals, against the Egyptian side. So I think it should be a little bit easy for them to win Mozambique so that they can qualify for the next group. I think they just need to stick together.
Also, the crop of players these players, play with in their club, determines or brings out the best in them. Coming back home to play with a different crop of players, who might not have this understanding, if not for maybe 2 weeks of training and, blending the team, it turns out to be very difficult for some of these players. Take for instance the likes of which team? Okay, let's come back to Nigeria.
Yeah, we saw Victor Osimhen.
We saw what Victor Osimhen did. He, although in his own case was different. In the first game, he lost one-on-one to a keeper, and in the second game too, he had so many opportunities. But let us look at the passes coming through for Victor Osimhen. Yes. They don't come through like that, the
way it was in Napoli.
Yeah. So I think these things also affect the players. So you don't really blame some of these players when they come back to their country to play.
All right, let's look at yesterday's game. Yesterday's game was very, very exciting, and also we made mention of the crop of players. South Africa is the only team who has paraded the home-based players in this tournament. All the players are from the South African League, and they won yesterday 4 goals against Namibia. Do you think this is what other things, because the game is meant for Africa, and we're supposed to encourage the grassroots football. We've noticed that most teams do not really encourage the grassroots. They depend on their players playing abroad. But South Africa has opted to use all the players playing for their national league in this tournament. Do you think it's a very wonderful idea for the South African team?
Of course, we saw that come to play when Nigeria took part in the 2013 edition of the African Cup of Nations, when Nigeria came out victorious.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, the then coach, may he so rest in peace, went round the local leagues in Nigeria to scout for players. Now, there is one thing when you are playing, when you parade foreign-based players. These players are being well paid in their clubs, and these players don't want to lose their form to injuries and all that. So when they come home to play, they play carefully. They play. We saw what happened in the Nigerian team in the opening game against
Equatorial Guinea.
We saw some of our players were they really
were avoiding tackles.
It was very obvious. Now, if you parade these home-based players that are playing in our local leagues or in your local leagues, you see that they want to play to be like the foreign-based players. They want to make name. They want clubs to come for their signatures and all that. So they are going to give in their all. Don't be surprised that South Africa will be the contenders of this Nations Cup because of the mentality of the players. These players have not made money. They have not made names. So they would like to play as a team, to play their best, to make sure that they go, big clubs come after them for their signature. So to me, I think that is the best thing to do.
And it's very difficult to see South African players playing outside.
Yes.
Most of them play in their local league because they have their local league. There's the Super Sport league that they used to play. And playing in this local league, playing together, I think these players, they have this opportunity of even having 1 or 2 training sessions for the national team.
Of course.
At some break. They can have a break for a national team training where they train together, because the ability to train together for a long time gives that understanding as well. So what Ambassador Victor has said is very, very true. I think it's best. That is the same thing Samuel Eto'o was saying, that you look like, he said, I think in the next edition they should try and make sure that they get most of the indigenous players that are playing for their local league to represent the team. That is when they will be able to play and know that they are playing for the love of their country. Because these players playing outside, most times they try to protect themselves. They want to go back to their club to play. They are paid very well in their club. So
they are well taken care of.
And they will not want to risk it. They don't want to go back being injured. So I think it's best for everybody. And we saw the example when Nigeria won the trophy in 2013. Most of the players were our local players. In short, the player who even gave us the winning was Sondemba, a local league player. So I think it's good.
All right, we have to appreciate what we have, and this South African team is dominated by Mamadou Sando teams. Most of the players is dominated from that particular club, and this has given the club a very good and stable inside, because they do not really have much work to be done. All right, let's have a prediction for today's game. Ambassador, let's get a prediction. Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea. What is your prediction for today's game?
I think 1-0 in favor of Ivory Coast.
Wow, just a lone goal.
Yeah.
But like
it's not going to be an easy ride for the both.
It's going to be a tough game. Seriously, I don't know what to predict in that game because I know it's going to be a very tough game. Equatorial Guinea side, very good side, and Cote d'Ivoire, they are playing like the hosts. So they want to still be in the competition, so they will go all out to have their win. So I think at the end of the day, the best side will win.
All right. What about Nigeria? What do you think is scoreline? Guinea, Bissau against Nigeria. Scoreline.
Well, Nigeria should win 2 goals. 2 goals. Yeah.
Ambassador.
2 goals.
Well,
do you see Victor Osimhen having an hat-trick?
Well, it depends. It depends if he's going to be calm and composed.
Yes, that's what we
noticed. He lacked the composure against Equatorial Guinea. That was why he did not get hat-trick. So my prediction is 3-0 in favor of Nigeria.
All right, we're running out of time. This is where we draw the curtains close for today. I believe today's game you'll be seeing the coach of Ivory Coast calling over to Nigerian camp. What is going on? What is going on? Who is leading? Who is losing? Everybody will be on alert. But we know very well, definitely, Nigeria will be on the winning side, and our flag will keep on flying. The green-white flag will keep on flying. All right, until we come your way on the next edition on Sports, I am David Eric. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.